Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth TV. My name is EJ and today we have a brand new review. We're going to be diving into Hamilton on Disney+. When Disney originally picked up the rights to Hamilton for like $75 million and said, we're going to do a theatrical release, a lot of us were like, oh, okay, that's strange. Then with what's going on in the world right now, they decided to put it on Disney+, and it debuts this weekend. Now, how do I feel about it? I have never seen Hamilton, I've never heard a song from it, so I went into this completely blind. I walked out of it a pretty big fan of it, actually. I enjoyed a lot that had to offer here. Like, the songs are great, the acting is good, the staging, the cinematography. This was such a good experience that I'm so surprised that I walked away with loving it this much. For me, when I was watching this, one of the biggest takeaways I had was this is actually perfect for Disney. A lot of things that Disney used to be about, education, family, just showing history, giving something a little bit different for audiences. That's everything Hamilton is. There's a lot of history in here. I'm not the biggest buff of American history, but I learned some things. Like, I heard some things in the musical, looked it up and said, well, damn, that was accurate. So there's a lot that in here that I think fits the Disney brand. This is what little kids should be enjoying. There's that hip-hop score to kind of keep them entertained and going, well, this song's really fun. But once they listen to the lyrics, hear the messages, there's a lot in here that is so perfect for families, for everyone, especially with what's going on in the world right now, beyond just the pandemic, the riots, the Black Lives Matter movement, everything. This speaks to that, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much if I would have saw it like last year in the middle of all of that, like all the blockbusters coming out, and been like, oh, Hamilton, yay! But right now, what's going on, this time period, this really spoke to me and hit me pretty close to home. Every fan of Hamilton has their favorite songs, and oh boy, they are very passionate about those songs. Now that I've heard them for the first time, really got to process them, I can see why. That song Satisfied, so good. Right Hand Man, You'll Be Back with Jonathan Groff, oh my goodness. There are some really good songs in here. I personally really like the cabinet battles that were in like the second half of the show. Those were so good that even if I didn't love the Act 2 of Hamilton, the songs were so good. Those like rap battles, I really enjoyed a lot of the musical and like numbers in here. And I'm not the biggest fan of the Manuel Miranda kind of Andrew Lloyd Webber, let me sing, talk, and then he adds the rap on top of it. I'm like, oh god, let me process this. Overall, I really enjoyed that, and I thought that was so refreshing. I think there was humor added into it. There was a lot of stuff that I did not expect. There was moments where they would like break the fourth wall and kind of like do a normal voice, and I'm like, what is that? Like, it's so entertaining, so relevant. Those lyrics are so good. There's just some things that like just really hit me that I was like, oh man, did not expect a song from Lin-Manuel Miranda to really speak to me that much, but everyone is so good. Leslie Odom Jr., Jonathan Groff, Anthony Ramos, like Daveed Diggs, I can go on about him forever. Oh my god, there's just so much in this that has some really good acting. The women in here were amazing, but Lin-Manuel Miranda, I am surprised as someone who, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I was surprised of how charismatic he is at this lead. Him playing Hamilton, I was just like, oh boy, this is kind of him just patting himself in the back. But you know what? He's not the best singer, but he carries himself better than a lot of the other ones. He is just so bold and brash. When he gets on there, he can command your attention, and I really like that. I can only imagine when you're seeing this live on Broadway, you're just zoning in. Even maybe if he's not like playing him, like if it's just someone else playing the role of Alexander Hamilton, it's still a very commanding role. There's just something about the songs, the storytelling, everything about that. I really enjoyed everything that had to be offered here. I'm really surprised by that as well. And look, it's not all positives. There are some things that I was like, oh, can we just tweak this a little bit? I thought the intro at the beginning, yes, they had to film it on Zoom or whatever. I thought it could have been a little bit better, a better introduction, a proper way of introducing us to this world. There were some moments I liked, but I was just like, make that a little bit better. Something also I wish was here in the production is, just on the Disney Plus side, put a lower thirds of what the songs were. There's just so many songs, and they like happen quickly. Like, they end one song, jump right into the other, and I'm like, okay, which song is this? If you would have just put a lower third graphic where you're like, and that's what, now we're singing Right Hand Man, I would have been like, oh, perfect. Especially for this digital age. This is the time where, like, I heard the song and I went instantly to my phone to find it. If you would have given me the name, my hunt would have been a little bit easier. That's also something else. We talked about that pacing. This is so quick pace. It's like 2 hours and like 2 hours and change. It's like 2.5 hours and a little bit more, but it went by pretty fast. And that's that pacing. At times I was kind of like, slow it down. Let me process this story more. They would say something and then move on to another plot point. And I'm like, I didn't get to feel that. Let me have that. I mean, there was like a duel in the first half, and I'm like, well, that was awesome, and now we're on to something completely different. Yay! That was just something, a small complaint. Just slow it down a little bit. I walked into this not a fan of Hamilton, well, because I've never heard anything or seen anything, but I walked away appreciating this so much. I had such a good time watching this that I think everyone for 4th of July weekend, if you live in the States, if not, if you live anywhere else, just a nice weekend, that's July 3rd, guys, go out and watch this. This is such an entertaining Broadway musical. It's so fun, so many good songs, such good performances. Alright guys, that was it for my review of Hamilton on Disney+. What did you guys think of this review? What do you guys think of Hamilton? Let me know all your feelings down in the comments below. Subscribe to Flickering Myth. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and let's talk about Hamilton down below.